and welcome to a W3CSS Paragraphs demo. I am Alaa Haddad, the developer for the W3CSS theme and the W3CSS Paragraphs. If you want to build along with me, you will need the following: a Drupal 9 or 10 site installed, the W3CSS theme downloaded and installed, the W3CSS Paragraphs module, the Paragraphs module, the Entity Reference Revisions module, the Field Group module. I have a Drupal site installed on my local, has some dummy content, no customization. The default, I have the default theme enabled for user interface and admin. If I click appearance, these are the default theme. And I have the modules, the 4 main modules we will need downloaded on my local, but not installed. We will install them now together. I just downloaded them. So let's start by first enabling the W3CSS theme. I enabled the theme, I'm visiting the site. This is the default, no customization, nothing, just the regular default theme. Let's go and enable the modules. I am looking, this paragraph, W3CSS paragraph demo is for the W3CSS paragraphs card. The demo here, I'm opening this card and let's see the card. The card is, in plain English, it's just an image and some text. The image can be on the top, the image can be on the right, the image can be on the left. The image can take a 50% on the right or on the left. That's the card, straightforward. So let's see how do we build this card. I enabled the theme. So if I click here, this is just the default theme, the W3CSS paragraph theme. Let's enable the module, open a new tab. For the module, I want to enable card, this one. It will ask me to enable all the necessary modules needed for this bundle. I click continue. After we enable the module, we will create a content type to use it for the demo. So structure content type, add content type, and I'm using just any name, save. I'm deleting the body field, I don't need it. I'm adding a paragraph field. That's the one we are going to use to reference the bundle. Name it any name, continue, continue. I'm excluding this bundle. I don't need it. It's just used for between some paragraph bundles. Click save. After it's saved, we will add the content and we will see the first bundle in action. And again, we are building the card bundle. So let's go and add a content from this one, add a field. I'm just, okay, so add a card. By default, this module works. You have the parent module, the W3CSS paragraph, and it comes with 2 bundles, symbol and image. Those are enabled by default. For each module, you will have to install a bundle. The idea here is that you do not need to enable all these bundles until you need one of them, so you don't have crowded. And structure, paragraph types. I have it enabled. So in this one, let's refresh paragraph types. That's what I mean here. So let's go and add a content or a demo or create this demo. So I'm using a card, I'm adding a card. Let's see what's inside a card. The first thing you will see when you add a card, you will see 2 tabs, always by default for any W3CSS paragraph bundle. A content and display. A content is to enter the content. So you have fields here can be any kind of field, but these fields, they will always be printed outside. The display tab is to control the output of this field. So let's see what we have here. So if I have an image here, I'm gonna demonstrate some. So let's say I created a box or a paragraph type or a bundle or any name you like. We picked it here. And for this box, I always have a background I can change. I have a text, I can change text color. I have a width, I can change. I have padding, border, margin. I can also change. I can change the rounded corners of the border. If you look to these features, this is what I have here. To understand these features more, you will need really to go and add any content, maybe like a symbol or something, and play with this output features. But let's focus here on the card one. So I'm going to add a title. I will make sure that we different. So this one, card title, I want it to be different. And what is the card title? You have an image and a text. This is the card. So the card has title, body, and image. I'm going to add text in the body. Here is the text in the body. And I want to add an image. So the image here, here's the image. And I click save, insert. Okay, I'm opening the demo again just to demonstrate. So this is the image I uploaded. This is the title. This is the body. What else we have? Okay, I have link. So the link, if you enter the link here, it could be internal or external. So if I have some internal or external link, it will be uploaded here. So this link, and I can add my title at repute. Where is that link? I'm opening the demo. The link is this one. It's clickable here. This is the link for this image. If I click save, if I go back, here it is. I have the whole box is clickable. The whole box is clickable. And here it is applied. But there are some scenarios, if I go back edit, and I have some scenario where I want to add a link in the body. So let's change this one to full HTML first. Okay, and then let's add a link to this paragraph body. So where is the link? Here it is. So let's here, and I'm adding a link. I'm adding just, okay, let's add this one. This is a link, and save. So now I added the link. So what is going to happen with this link? This link was covering the whole body. If we click save, so now I see a link on the image, but the text, the title is not clickable anymore. By default, there's a rule. You cannot have link inside each other. So here's the link I have. If I click this one, it will take me to this page. So what's happening when you add a link, and this link, it will take me to the page, to the same page I created. It was internal. I'm going back to the content created. click edit. What happens if you enter a body in this link? This link will wrap only the image. If you do not enter a link in this body and you edit a link, it will wrap the whole body. This is for the cart content. We haven't talked about any of the feature or the display. So let's add some fun or colors around this block. I'm going to add a background, some opacity, and changing the width also. And I'm changing, that's another feature or field. It's very important. This is the layout, as you see here, itself, explanatory by itself. So you see image on the left, image on the right, the percentage. So let's do this one, and I can add shadow. Remember, this is the display for the card, the whole thing. And if I click save, and this is the card, this is the image. I changed the width, I added shadow. If I click edit back and display, I can change it to 50-50. I can add rounded corner. I can change the width to 90. I can make borders. So let's do thick borders, colors, margin, padding. The idea for this module is to really go and play with these features until you get something you really like. It has a lot of features, and that's the idea. But you can change all the features in one click. And as you see here, so this one, if I go here for the card, this is a little bit advanced. So let's say I want to have a responsive image for this card. If I go to this card, structure, paragraph type, and I'm using card, so manage field. If I go to the image, content image, this is just a reference, the media, as we said. But if I go to manage display, that's the trick. Because what I'm doing here, I'm just using this mood, the default mood. I go back here, media, and manage display. I don't want manage form display, I want manage display. I'm using this mood, and inside this mood, I am just uploading. We're using the original image size. But I don't want that. I want my box to be a responsive. A responsive, it means upload a different image for each breakpoint. I'm going to be here, and I see here, this is the image. This is inside structure, paragraph type, the bundle, the card, and then manage display. And I go to the image, and I see here. This, the W3CSS paragraph have two other responsive bundles can be enabled and used in these cases. This or this. Let's say I want to use the narrow. So I'm going here inside the extend and I'm enabling the responsive module, and I'm changing. Let's enable first the responsive. I need to enable this module, install. I installed the module. Now I'm going to structure, paragraph types, card, manage display, and I'm going to the image because I'm changing the view mode of that source, and I'm picking different view mode. This one is responsive, this one is responsive. I'm picking the arrow and updating and click save. If I go visit the content, now here is, this is a responsive image. I added a default width. The idea here is that you can change which image style. This is a little bit advanced, so I'm going to go responsive image and the arrow if I want to use this one, and I'm picking, I have already created the image styles and I apply the image style for each breakpoint. I'm doing here. Clicking. This is the card. I'm going back. I'm changing the layout of the card. Let's do this one. And here is, and I can go here. Of course you could play a lot with it. I'm making it 100%. Taking off the margin. Here's a nice card layout. I think that will cover the card paragraph bundle, and thank you for watching.